Hey everybody, it's Lisa Brown, Brown Goes Crafting. How's everybody doing today? I'm about to burn up in this building. It is really warm. I'm gonna have to get a fan on this side. How's everybody doing today? We're gonna make a quick little craft. I got some happy mail from my friend Maria from Heart to Art DIY with Maria. She's a sweetheart. Hey Leslie, if you guys would all sprinkle this video out, I would appreciate it so much. Hey Cindy K. What has your weather been today? It got up to 85 in Oklahoma, and I can tell it in my building. I need to turn the air down on that side, and I need to put a fan over here because I'm hot. Hey, Sherry Howe. Hey, Sherry Davis. Hey, Clara. Hey, Sheila Hensley. Hey, Donna Joe. How are you doing? Hey, Brenda. It has been hot today here. I actually got a pair of shorts on because it is rough. My friend Maria Chapman, she has a page called Heart to Art DIY with Maria. And during COVID, we couldn't get Peter Pan peanut butter. And she lives in California, and she sent Jeff 3 great big jars of it. And he thought he was in heaven for the longest time. But she sent me this, and she wanted me to open it up. And we're going to open it up real good. It's got some tape here on it. And I don't know what's in it, but we're going to see what she sent. Hot there too, Leslie. Hey, Jackie. Hot in Locust Grove. I tell you what, it's been miserable today. I tell you what, Declan, he was on cloud 9 today when I picked him up. Hey, Valerie. I got my trash can too far away. Okay, let's see what she's got in here. Hey, Ann, how are you doing? She sent a gorgeous little card right there. Isn't that cute? Little card with a thank you. That is really sweet. That is really pretty. Let me set it up here so I don't lose that little card. That is really cute. Okay, let's see what she's got in here. Oh, he had the best time. I told Lauren I'll be picking him up every day, and I'll meet her when she gets off work, because he was going to spend some time with his cousins, because he and Layla are just like 2 peas in a pod. That is pretty tissue paper. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it says, let me just take this off right here so you can screenshot her page here. She's got her business card here. So if you want to screenshot it, please go screenshot it, and you can go to her page and follow her. That is a pretty little business card right there. But we're going to do that. So, oh, I see something here. It says Gigi. Gigi's got a bag. Isn't that cute? That says Gigi on it. I think that is so cute. Cute. She has painted that on there. And she's got some jewels on it. And she knows I love purple too. How sweet is that? Oh, and then she's got my name up here on a little tassel. Oh, that is just gorgeous. Thank you, Maria. I absolutely love this. I love this. Isn't it cute, though? I mean, she just does a great job. It actually matches my shirt that I'm wearing tonight. Who would have figured that? Super cute, isn't it? Let me put it back in here so I don't get any paint on it. That is gorgeous. So pretty. Oh, yeah, that purple she put on there is just, it is gorgeous. She makes the cutest little hats. Yep, grandkids snacks. You're right. Let me stick this back in here so I don't get something on it. Make sure I take it in the house. Hey, Mary Beth. Let's stick that in there. Now, tonight is just going to be a quick little video. Last night, I used the companion piece to this little piece right here when I was on Jen's page. And this is what I made on She's Crafty last night. We used that one right there. And we did that one. Hey, Patricia. That one right there is what I made. So if you want to see this video, go over to She's Crafty USA. And I made this one on there last night. It was really cute. We got a little bird in there and a little bit of everything. But this was a companion piece to this one right here. And I'm just going to use this piece of wood I got from Dollar Tree. It was in their $5 spot. And I've had it for a while. And I've just left it sitting here. It doesn't quite fit the board, which is okay. It gets most of the paper here. And we're going to put a cute little bow up here at the top. Just make a bow on it. And we're going to go ahead and paint this white. I've got my white right there. Let me get her card right there. I've got my white right here. Hey, Shar. I tell you what, it is, I'm really hot in here. It is pretty warm. Okay, let's use this one right here. Hey, Cat. Let's go ahead. I'm not going to get it on the wood part. I want to keep that live edge. But let's just kind of go all the way up to the edge right there. Today, Emma, she said that her class trip was tomorrow because she was talking. She said, Gigi, she said, I'm sad because you missed her little play they had this year. And I told her, I said, Emma, I do too. I said, that's the first play I've ever missed that was yours, but Jeff was having surgery. And she said, I've got a class trip tomorrow. I said, is Mama or Daddy going with you? She said, no, but there'll be some Mama and Daddies there. And I said, well, do you want Gigi to get up and go with you? And I mean, she just lit up. So I'm going to get up and meet the school bus at 8:30 in the morning and follow the bus to Tahlequah. They are going on a skating trip. Now, I am not skating. I will sit there and watch and cheer them on. Hey, Maria, you just missed it. I just showed everybody that gorgeous bag you made. And I mean, it was a perfect color too. I'll show it here at the very end of the video too. For those of you coming back on, I'll open it back up. But she, I told her, I said, now, Emma, I said, Gigi is not going to skate. I'm not going to skate. And she goes, I said, because I can't afford to get hurt this year. Hey, Iris. Iris, I've almost got that laser hooked up where I can cut out your ornaments there. And I told her, I said, Gigi can't afford to get hurt. And she looked at me and she goes, oh, Gigi, I can't get hurt either. I've got competition in 2 days of competition coming up. And I told her, I said, well, we'll be careful and you just can't fall. But she's a really good skater. But they have these like little cages you can go around them. Oh, I'm so jealous. I would love to be in a hot tub right now. I would love to be in a hot tub right now. I feel like I'm in a sauna. Oh, there's a hair right there. My hair is just falling out. And plus the hair on the brushes doesn't help any. But I'm going to go over, and they're supposed to have a little school lunch after they're done with their little skating trip. And I may rent her those little bumpers that go around her so she doesn't fall. Even though I don't think she will. If she wants them, I will rent them for her. Because she can't afford to get hurt. Whoops, I got it there on the wood. I didn't want to get it on that wood. Let me get a little bit of water on my brush. But I'm going to go. And then I told her, I said, do you want to eat the school sack lunch? And she kind of looked at me like, nah, not really. And I said, well, how about we skip out on the school lunch and you just come home with Gigi? So I think that's what she's going to do. She's going to have an Emma and Gigi afternoon. I think she's going to have fun. Because they're going to be leaving at 5 o'clock Friday morning. And I know they're not going to be able to sleep that night because they're all excited. There is some more hairs right there. And that's from this brush. Well, look at that hair. Maria, I hope you guys have a great time at Beth's event. It sounds like fun. I'm going to get rid of that brush because those hairs are causing me problems. Let's just go with this brush right here. Maybe I can wipe out any hairs that are coming up. Now, don't forget this Saturday, we're having an event. Well, hey, Francis. Jeff didn't go to church tonight. He pretty wore out. He's got to get up early in the morning and go to his appointment. There's another little hair. And another one. Okay, got all the hairs off of it. Now, I'm going to take my wipe here, and I'm going to try to, let me get one that's a little more wet. Thank you, Lisa, for sprinkling. I appreciate that. Who is in a motocross? Oh, goodness, Dana. Or Dana. There we go. Now I got it up. All right, I'm going to take my wipe here, and I'm going to just kind of wipe that paint right there off that wood because I don't want it really to be on that wood. And I'm going to get my hands clean. Get my hands clean. Yeah, I hope he heals soon. That's hard when you have a motocross accident. And let's go ahead and close up that paint so I don't get it all over. That's true, Ellen. That is true. Jeff was doing good today. He was doing good. He went to get gas in my car, my van. I went and weighed in this morning with my sister and had to take his truck because I didn't have enough gas to get to Westville. Now, I could have got to Stillwell, but not Westville. Let me get this all dry. Well, hey, Wanda, how are you doing tonight? We're doing the other piece of that paper that went with last night. Okay. Oh, yeah. Emma loves a one-on-one with Gigi. No, they had business meeting last Sunday, but I think he's going to probably try again this weekend too. I think he'll feel, oh, mine did too. My other one did too. Now that makes that paper pop. So I'm going to bring it down about like that. What did I do with that new little water thing I just had? I had a new water pen. I've moved stuff around. Let's just, no, there's no water in that one. So let me just get a small brush here with some water. If all else fails, just get a brush and some water. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. That was the best thing you could have put on there. I'm always needing a bag for the grandkids' stuff. They always have to have snacks after school. So you can guess I'm going to be using it. Oh, you did surprise me. And I love the purple. That purple was right up my alley. Okay, I just got that up there at the top off. And I'm going to go ahead and take the bottom off because I don't need it on here for the most part. Now, not this weekend, but the weekend after this one, I'm in an event called Patriotic Palooza. And this morning, the lady who owns Decoupage Central sent me a gorgeous piece of paper that she wants me to use. And I mean, I cannot wait to use it. Cannot wait to use this patriotic paper that's coming out for Decoupage Central. Hopefully next week it'll be on the website. But it has all the right things on it. Okay, I'm just taking my brush here and I'm just kind of going along the edge of that wood. Just right where I see the white. And we're not wasting very much of it. We're getting the biggest part on here. The biggest part on there. Whoop, I don't want to lose all of that. We may have to fix the other side here. I don't want to lose all of this birdhouse. I may have to take a little bit more off this side over here. That's okay. It won't be that much. Hey, Sarah Mixon. Whoops. I started to cut off too much right there. So I'm going to leave that piece together and decoupage that all together. Let me just come down here and work on this a little bit. Sometimes it wants to rip in the wrong place. So let me come up here and hold my finger so I don't rip off too much of where I tore it here. And even though I tore it, I can still work with it. Okay. Did I flip that around? Yep, I sure did. I flipped it around. Oh, Barbara, it is pretty paper. For a second there, I couldn't figure out what I did. My nephew is supposed to be back tonight from Louisiana. I'm going to call him and see how well he did down in Louisiana on his ASVAB testing, because I know he did a good job on it. Because Colby is just a smart kid, very intelligent. Not that he's my nephew, but he's a lot like his dad. My brother never cracked a book and made good grades. When I worked at the high school, one of the teachers, his name was Ren Butler, and he told me that Philip had him in his chemistry class. And said he came out of chemistry with like a B. And he goes, I thought that was pretty good because he never cracked a book. And when he turned his book in at the end of the year, it looked brand new, like it had never been open. So Philip was just a real sharp guy, and Colby takes after his dad. Okay, I see just a teeny little bit I need to take off the bottom here. I can still see some of the printing. I'm just going to use my fingers and just tear it a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and use this decoupage medium. Oh, I am so glad you're in the mentor group. Maria is a sweet, sweet girl. And guys, go over her page and check out. She has a video where she painted a snow owl on a fast video. And I mean, gosh, I wished I had that talent. I wished I had her talent. Because she did a good job. Okay. Let's move that back and let's put this on. That's right, Ellen. Now they rent them online. That was back in like, oops, I got it crooked. Let's pull it up. Pull my little torn piece up and let's lay it back on straight. I'm going to kind of lap this piece in, just like that. And I'm going to take my glue and put it over that edge and lay that piece down there, just like that. Whoops. I moved my little chair out from behind me because I about fell about 3 times. And I don't need to be falling out of chairs either. Well, hey, Diane from DeQueen, Arkansas. My sister's mother-in-law used to live, I think, in DeQueen. I think that's where Madge was at. I think that's where her and Ernie lived. My granddad was born in Mena, Arkansas. It's not too far from there. Oh, yeah, that little bitty desk chair, it's okay for a desk, but this, it was too low for this. And so I've got my big bar stool behind me, and I'm just kind of like sitting on the edge of it, and I'm a little bit more comfortable. As long as you guys can see the project okay, that is good. Okay, I got a good coat over that. And let's go ahead and dry it up. Dry it up. I found my mini tassel, mini bow maker. I moved it. I found my big one. I've got my big one. I don't really want to use the big one, but we're going to try using the big one. I think this looks pretty on this wood. Really pretty. And you know, I really don't want this white up here at the top, because it kind of like sticks out like a sore thumb. I didn't stick them in there. Where did I stick those? I don't know where I stuck those. That's all right. I've got an idea. I'm going to take my wipe here and put just an itty bitty bit of, well, that's a lot, brown up here on the top to just stain this up here just a little bit so it doesn't look so bright. And I'm going to go ahead and take my finger and just go around the edges here to get that white paper look off. Okay, and that looks good. Okay, I picked up some ribbon at a yard sale. It was $1. And it's pink with some little flowers in it. And I really don't need the wire on it. And we're going to split it up into some smaller pieces. So I'm going to take and cut this wire off. And it's got a little daisy on it and some green leaves. And we're going to use that in part of our bow. And it's just a piece of that chiffon ribbon. And I think it'll look pretty. And there's not a whole lot on here. I got it for $1. And I can't tear it off. So we're going to have to cut this little wire. I don't really want the ribbing on the edge of it. So that's why I'm cutting the whole wire out. Right along that seam line. Because I'll use this more for a ribbon than I will anything else. I have some of those tables here, but this table I've got here, I got a shelving unit underneath it, right underneath here. And it's a nice big table. It was a display table from the company called Stage. They went bankrupt and they sold out. I might keep that little wire. That's kind of cute. And when I had my shop, Jeff bought a couple of them. So I have 2 of them right here back to back. When I do my magnolia stuff, I'm going to be on that side over there. I have all my, everything set up. I've sorted all of my transfers. When I make signs, I'll make them over there on that side, because I can get to water a little bit easier on that side of the table. Someday I'll have this building set up just like I like it. I've got this pretty little sheer, and it's like almost like a baby pink. I mean, there's just a very little pink in it. It almost looks white. And I've got some of this right here, blue, that I got from Temu. And actually, it's a pretty cute little clothespin. We're going to use that. And I got some white today. This right here, we're going to put a little bit of this in it. This is just from Crafter Square. It's just a little bit of white cotton. A little bit of that. And we're just going to cut us a piece of it off. And I mean a small piece, just some, whoop, maybe a little bit bigger than that. That's not cut square. Let's get a square piece here. And there we go. Now I've got a Crafting with Lisa group that is open right now. We meet on Thursdays of the month. It's $15 a month. If anybody's interested in that, shoot me a message and I'll get you the links that you need to sign up. Okay, we're just going to use a little bit of that, a little bit of this blue, a little bit of that. I'm going to go ahead and use this big one. I really can't do anything other than make a small one, but we're going to try it. We're going to try it. Let me cut off another piece. Or you know what? I could probably use this wire. Let's just use this wire. It's the right color. We'll just use the wire. Okay. I want to take this and I want to fold it a couple times. It's about a 2-inch piece. Let me kind of fold it really good so I can cut it down in one good piece here. Okay, I got my edges. I'm going to just cut little strips. There's one. About a 1/2 inch. 2, we can still see the flowers. 3. And I'm holding it pretty tight so I can cut through this. There we go. Now we got plenty. This one's going to have to stay wide because I tried tearing this and it doesn't tear any good. Yep, you're right. The wire goes the other way. Thank you. It goes the other way. Other side. It's been one of those days today, let me tell you. One of those days. Okay, let's go through here. I really don't need a very big bow, so we're just going to make it make our loops about an inch. I really need my small one. It'd be a little bit better for me, but I've put it up and I can't tell you where I've put it. Okay, we're going to put one blue one on here for right now. And I'm going to come down, I'm going to cut it off. We're going to set that aside. And then we're going to take a pink piece of this pink. And I'm going to take a piece of this white together, just to make it a little bit easier. Let's make our tail. Let's come up through here. There we go. Let's see if we can get another one out of here. Whoops. My little one would have been a whole lot easier, but that's all right. Now I'm just going to take a couple of these pieces here together and put it on top. I'm not going to have a whole lot of blue on here, but we're going to have these other colors. This is a really pretty filmy looking ribbon we're using. I thought about putting some green in it, but I thought this blue would look a little bit better. There we go. And I hope this wire works. Okay. There we go. I think that wire worked pretty good. Let me find my center here so I can get my pieces wired right. Okay, where's my center? There you go. Right there's the center. I'm going to make sure I pull that pretty tight. That actually worked pretty good. Hey, Tom. Okay, get our pieces out of there so I can get in there and make that tight. Let me hold these pieces down. There we go. Actually, that works pretty good. Pretty good. Let me get my pieces here in the back. Okay, let me go ahead and clip this off so it's out of my way. And yeah, I kind of want this a little bit thinner, so I'm going to take, I only have to cut a little bit of it. I'm going to just split this blue ribbon up to the knot so that it's not so thick. And it's okay if our bows stick back behind it. And this little pink stuff is a little stiff, but that's okay. Okay, let me twist that one. There we go. That one got twisted. Okay. What are these pieces right here? Back down there. There we go. All right, let me move that hot iron right, that hot heater there. Let me grab my little glue gun up here. A little hot. Let's just stick it up here with some glue. Stick our back down there just a little bit. You know, I think I might clip those loops. I think I'm going to clip those loops and just make it look like more of a messy bow. especially this pink one, because it wants to twist. And I think we'll make it look like a messy bow. Just like a messy bow. Okay, let's cut some of our pieces off here. Guys, you're hearing a lot of stuff about Facebook's making a bunch of changes, and they are making changes. They're wanting to push out more reels and short videos, and not so much of the long videos like we do. But the one thing that you can do to help is always share out our videos. Give us a lot of emojis, a lot of stars, a lot of hearts, a lot of thumbs up, and that kind of helps put us out there. But there's going to be some changes, I know, coming up, but I'm not going to let it worry me because I still like doing this. Okay, now I need something for the center here. Something for the center. What do I have? Oh, I got something for the center. I got a set of Dollar Tree little pearls. Let's take one of these little bitty pearls, the bigger one here that we got, and let's just put it right up here in the center and finish off the center of that little messy bow. And there we go. Just a cute little sign right here. I think this wood really made it look good. Learn a lot from the lives, right? And I don't think Facebook realizes how much people depend on the long form version of it. But let me show you something that we did in my private group. I'll show you what we're doing. Let me reach over here and grab it real quick. So think about if you want to join it or not. I put it way over here so I wouldn't knock it off. We made an explosion box. This is what we did in the private group. We made a little lid, and this is cardstock. And we made a little sewing place. I'm going to bring out a medicine bottle and put all my little pins in it right here. But this is what we got. We made a little explosion box where we have our seam ripper, our little scissors. You can add other things onto here. We've got our snaps. Right here, I've got all of my darning needles right here. Over here, we've got 2 packages of machine needles. And here we've got different elastic, just like that. This is what we made in our little private group. And what you do is you just hold it up. You put your little box back on. And then you have just a little tiny box right here that is filled with sewing supplies. So easy to make. And we made this on our private group that I have. So if you're interested in joining our private group, send me a message and I'll get you all the information that you need for it. Oh, it's fun. Let me show you, in case you just came on, let me show you this bag that I got from Maria. And her page is called Heart to Art DIY with Maria. And she made me a little bag for Gigi bag. You're working on yours? Thank you, Leslie. I'm going to be able to use that tomorrow night when we do our next project. But I think this is just really cute. And I love that she's got a little tassel here with my name on it. So, so cute. She does some gorgeous, gorgeous hats. Gorgeous hats. Yeah, Leslie's in the group. But we have fun. We have fun. It'll be projects that I won't be showing on here or anywhere else, what I do in the private group. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I got my glasses back, guys. These are the ones that my cousin made me. just for doing videos, I can see they're more like a magnifying glass. They kind of go out a little bit. Need to make you a Nana bag? That would be cute. But anyway, guys, let me get 5 names real quick so that we don't forget. You know, the first is going to be here pretty quick. There we go. There's our little thing we did tonight. I think that's cute. Very, very cute. All right, let me find a pen. I've had a pen here a dozen times today. All my pens seem to be leaving me. There was one. Hey, Susan. Okay, let me hop off of here and get a name. Diana Mays. Today is the 17th. But make sure you guys are going back watching my, yeah, they did. That's what ours did too. That's what ours did. Hey, Chelsea. We get another one there. Susie Mack. Susan Jones. We're picking 5 names every day until the 1st, and then we'll draw somebody to get some Happy Mail. Clara Sandner. Sandner. Thank you, Sheila. Chelsea Barber. But we'll pick a name. We'll pick a name on the 1st, and I'll send a giveaway box home. Just a little Happy Mail box. Sometimes I put in wood cutouts. Sometimes it's napkins in there. Sometimes it's a whole kit. You never know what I'm going to stick in one of those boxes. But anyway, you guys all have a great evening, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye-bye, everybody.